Your Monday. It was a interesting Monday. It was an interesting Monday, but here we are. We're gonna do a few things different this evening. A lot of things different this evening. I'm just letting you know. Just be prepared. As you can see, I have no rings on this evening. We're gonna use different music tonight. I know you guys all love the Viking music, you love the Danheim, the Varduna, you love the Skald, you love all of that stuff, but we're going to do something different tonight. We're going to do something much different tonight. Yeah. Have a whole bunch of new announcements coming at, we'll say 9:20. 9:20, 9:30 before I read for the Zodiacs. This is an interesting edition of the Zodiac reads. And yeah, I'm going to shut up and we're just going to get with it. Just like always, you guys can do these first few hand positions with me. The only thing I ask is that you take a deep breath every time I say deep breath. Every time I say deep breath. Pretty easy, right? We're mini pearling it this evening with the tags. It is what it is. You ready? The answer is yes. Here we go. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. We're not going to go through the chakras tonight. You just pay attention to where you feel the things, because some of you may have already noticed there's something interesting on my hand. I'm going to sneeze though. Just pay attention to where you feel this evening. Gotta love allergy season. breathe. Are you breathing? The reason I changed the music is that every now and then we need to change things up. Yeah? The other thing is that I've heard a lot of people telling me lately that their gifts are painful, that their empathy is through the roof, that the clairvoyance won't let them sleep, that their dreams are so intense they can't stand themselves. Classical music, violins especially, have a very interesting frequency in them. They all carry a very interesting frequency. Whether it's a violin, a cello, a viola, a bass, they all carry a very interesting thing. They're also wood. For those of you guys asking what music we're listening to, it is on my link tree. Please go follow this account. It's not mine, but they did a great job of putting these together. It's 5/5/25. 5/5/25. It's an interesting day for a lot of people. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Happy Monday. What is it that has changed for you recently as far as your gifts go? What has changed for you recently? Where have your gifts become angering, become painful, become stupid? Where have those gifts, what has happened? I'm just curious, and I want you to put it in the chat, and here's why. Because I want you to see how many other people have been dealing with the exact same things you have. Breathe. Are you breathing? I want you to focus on your feet. I want you to focus on your feet. I don't care where you are. I don't care what you're doing. I want you to focus on your feet. Now I want you to focus right here, right in the middle of your chest, right in the middle of your chest, right in the middle of your sternum. And just breathe. That's all you gotta do. Breathe. Now I want you to focus on the very top of your head. Right here, very top of your head. Right where your soft spot is. And I want you to just breathe. That's it. Just breathe. Breathe. So next Monday is a full moon. We're going to have a very special, Mr. Burns it. We're going to have a very special edition of Reiki that night. But between now and then, you have 7 days. What are you manifesting? What are you manifesting? The reason I asked what you are manifesting is because you have 7 full days. 7 full days to start putting that in motion. You have 7 full days to start getting ready for what it is that you're going to put into play on the full moon. If you had to assign your manifestation a number, what would it be? If you had to assign your manifestation a number, what would it be? Take the biggest breath you can, in and out. Breathe. The symbol I put on my hand this evening is different than one I've used before, because I noticed a lot of people were copying the symbol and putting it in cheap versions of, copper. This one right here is not technically a Reiki symbol. It's actually used in Buddhism to help cleanse the spirit, to help cleanse the soul. So whatever you need to let go of, it goes right there. It goes right there. You're not going to hurt me. You're not going to overwhelm me. It goes right there. Where are your emotions at right now? Where are your emotions at right now? Are you sad? Are you angry? Are you crying because you're letting go of some shit? Are you doing some internal shadow work real quick all of a sudden that just hit you? Yeah? Yeah? I want you to just breathe for a minute. So let me say this for those of you guys that are coming in on TikTok, there is a no tolerance policy. If you are not familiar with me, if you are not familiar with what I do and you want to make shitty comments or be creepy, you know how to scroll. For those of you guys that are new to watching me, you're new to my live streams, you're just new to being here. I have the best mods. If you are creepy, if you're a jerk, if you want to talk politics, if you want to talk drama, if you want to talk bullshit, if you want to talk anything that is not conductive for everybody here, you may scroll away. We don't talk about politics. We don't talk about other people in a negative fashion. Do not come into my live or anybody else's live and promote yourself. Don't be a creeper. Pretty easy. I think it's time for my favorite part, since we had people come in and saying hateful shit. If you don't know what my favorite part is just to put something in the chat that maybe you needed to hear today to lift you up. Or maybe you need to hear it at your lowest. Or maybe you feel like somebody else needs to hear it. There are about 140 people on YouTube. There are about 1,000 people on TikTok. That's a lot of people that are going to scroll by and see your comment. You should screenshot and see which one ends up on yours. I love the things that you guys put in the chat when I say to do my favorite part. How many of you guys saw something there that you needed to hear? How many of you guys were putting something in the chat that you were like, I hope this helps somebody, and somebody else put something that you go, ooh, I needed that? Thank you to all the new follows, all the new subscribers, all the new members. I appreciate it all. Right before I start reading for the Zodiacs, I got some new classes I'm going to announce. Every one of you is fantastic. I know that you don't think you are. I know that there are so many times throughout your day that you think that you are less than. I know that there's so many times throughout your day that you feel like you don't belong. That little voice that's telling you that shit is 100% a liar. I just want you to know that. I would miss you. Look how many people are in this room right now. And even if you haven't said anything in the comments, even if you have sat there and you've been super quiet, you're still here. Maybe it was you. Maybe it was your view. Maybe it was you coming in this live that brought someone else in here that maybe was on the edge of not being here anymore. And maybe they saw what they needed to see. They saw the sign that they asked the universe for. I'm just saying, your ripple matters more than you realize. I know it's a little different music tonight, but I promise you it'll do you a world of good. You breathing? do love the shirt, but it does choke me after a little while. This last song is the last one I'm going to do. And then we're going to start reading for the Zodiacs. But what I would like for you guys to do during this song is just to spam hearts in the chat. I know that sounds stupid, but just spam hearts in the chat. I wonder how many hearts we can get in the chat. Before the next one starts up and we all start to do all the woo-saw. And before you guys skedaddle, because I know some of you are going to skedaddle before I start reading. Dude, you're a fucking powerhouse. You're a fucking powerhouse. Stop letting other people get in here. Stop letting them get in here. Stop letting them get in here. Do you remember as a kid when you ran like as fast as you could across the grass and the sunshine was on you and the wind was blowing and you felt like you were going to live forever? Do you remember that feeling? Do you remember that feeling? Do you remember that feeling as a kid when you were just playing and you were having fun? And it seemed like 20 was so far away. It seemed like 30 was old as dirt. Do you remember that feeling? Why did you lose it? Why did you lose it? It's still there. It's still there. You probably just put it in a corner. I know that when we become adults, life sucks. I know that when we become adults, life gets really hard. And suddenly we have like bills and we have to work and we have to pay taxes and we have to eat. We suddenly, our body at 9 o'clock is like, bitch, go to bed. But that part of you, that's a powerhouse, that part of you that was every superhero that ever existed wrapped up in one person, that part of you, it's still in there. So what if the world is hard? So what if people are assholes? So what if your job sucks? Literally, so what? So what? So what? I want you to think about that. So what? Okay? So let me talk to myself here, because, okay? So what that you have diabetes? And I know some of you are like, well, but that's health problems. And so what? It doesn't change who you are. It doesn't change in here that you are every superhero that ever existed. It doesn't change that you are such a fucking powerhouse. What changed is you. What changed is up here. As you got older, you thought, I better be a good adult. And I better get a job and get married and have a kid and have, do the things and go to the job. So what? you're still that fucking kid. You're still that fucking kid in there. You're still that kid that got so excited when you heard the ice cream man coming down the street, even though you knew your mom probably wasn't gonna let you go out there. You still are so excited. You're still that kid that when you saw a car coming up the street, you ran and hid because everything is lava and what if it's a bad guy? You're still that kid. You're still that kid. People saying Uranus still makes you giggle. Fart noises still make you giggle. You're still that kid. And you're still a fucking powerhouse. And you still are fucking amazing. I don't want you to ever forget that. The rest of the week, I want you to do some stuff for your inner child. Do some stuff for your inner child. Okay? Promise? Promise? Okay. You're fucking awesome. You're fucking awesome. I don't care how old you are now. You're still 8. I don't care how sick you are. I don't care how bad your meat sack is, because they're stupid anyway. You're still 8. You're still 8. You're still every superhero that ever existed. You're Batman and Superman and Iron Man. All of them. Don't forget it. Don't make me tell you twice. Don't make me tell you twice. Before I start reading for the Zodiacs for the week, remember I do this every single Monday at 8:30. 8:30 Central. Every single damn Monday, I'm right here. So I don't want you to ever feel like you're alone. I don't want you to ever feel like you don't have anybody, because bitch, you're stuck with me. You are. Seriously. Even when I'm sick, I'm still here. You're stuck with me. I mean, just get used to it. We're going to start some new classes. Starting this weekend. You ready? I'm going to give you a whole big old long list of new things that are coming up as the Capricorns are Capricorning and have to have extra cards. You guys can enroll in these on my website. And I'm going to tell you this. They're cheap as dirt, like under 10 bucks. Some of them are 13. There's a 4-week class about graveyard magic. There's a bunch of single, standing, Solomonic magic classes. You know, just things like that. And if you're not a member of the site, make sure you do, because I'm fixing to announce a ton of extra classes. You can... Now, the ones that are standalone, they have a very limited number of people that can be in there. So I'm just saying what I'm saying. Are you ready? Are you ready? So tonight is going to be a little hard. And it's going to be just a little hard. Oh, shoot. I don't have the right thing open. Scarly, forgive me. I don't have the right thing open. We'll do it tomorrow. I know today is Cinco de Mayo, and I ask Scarly to create me a list of Latin deities. And if y'all have never ever fallen down the rabbit hole of Aztec or Mayan or Incan deities, holy shit balls. Those are some bad ass mamma jammas. I'm just saying. Like, they're all a little scary. I'm not gonna lie. They're all a little scary. So tomorrow we'll be doing deity readings, Latin deity readings. The other thing I want to say is this. Happy birthday to my grandma Emma. She's 98 today. And I realize that in 2 years she'll be 100 and I will be 50. And that is the coolest and weirdest thing for me to think about. In 2 years, I mean, I'm half her age, but in 2 years, I will be exactly half. So, I know she's not watching because she's probably already asleep, but I wanted to say happy birthday to my grandma Emma. So she is my dad's mom that I speak about, the one that taught my dad all the things for my dad to teach us all the things. So, all right, my sweet little Capricorns, we ready? Are we ready? Temptation. The Master of the Great Hunt, the Lady of Masks came out together. And then Osiris. Okay. I'm going to see if y'all see the pattern here. Ooh, I dropped her. Don't judge. Y'all see the pattern there? See it? Capricorns, this is a very dualistic week for you. It's a very dualistic week for you. The fact that the Master of the Great Hunt and the Lady of Masks came out together. So you start with temptation. Tauruses, the Capricorns might give you a run for your petty money this week. The thing is this, if y'all have never ever seen a Capricorn at the height of their pettiness, a Capricorn is like, let me say this, okay? The Tauruses, they are the front line. They are the fucking infantry of the earth signs. They're the infantry, right? They are the pettiest, in your face, fuck you, that ever existed, okay? Virgos are next. Virgos are like the generals. They want to make sure that everything that the Tauruses are doing hits just where it's supposed to. So the Virgos will be in the ears of the Tauruses like, that bitch over there said this. That dude over there said this. Like, do you see what I mean? The Virgos don't really want to be out in it. Tauruses they will bull you over in a minute. The Virgos don't really want to be out on the front lines. But it's the Capricorns that are fucking Napoleon. And I said that on purpose, and I dropped my voice on purpose. If you guys do not know about Napoleon, they are Machiavelli. They are that level of petty. While the Tauruses, they want to win every single fucking battle that ever existed. The Capricorns are happy to lose a few battles. They're happy to give up some ground just to 100%. Capricorns, this week right here, you get the opportunity repeatedly to get one over on people that have wronged you. I am going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say that we have feral Capricorns this week. A feral Capricorn is nowhere close to like a feral fire sign or a feral water sign. A feral Capricorn is actually a very scary thing because it means that they have allowed the people that have wronged them enough rope to not only do themselves in, but they have lined that rope with gold and diamonds and emeralds. Now, here's the thing, though, Capricorns. You notice how it was back and forth, right? You're going to have to make the decision if it is worth it to release your hand this week. Because I know every one of you Capricorns has a little scary drawer in your head back here, and you've been compiling all the things. You have like a little list going on back here of all the things, right? You've been playing every long game that ever existed. Am I right, Capricorns? So you have to decide this week if it's worth it to tip your hand. And you're going to be tempted to every time. Every time, Capricorn. Every time. But what I want you to notice, I pointed out that it goes female, male, female, male, right? Whereas this one right here, if you guys do not know the story of Deer Woman in, I don't know if it's every North American tribe that has the story of her, but there are a lot of them that do. If you do not know the story of Deer Woman, you should go look it up. She's almost like a siren in a way. So if you have her on one end, but then you have Osiris on the other. Osiris was fair. Osiris was, I don't want to say justice because that's not right, but he is the God King. He always tried to give everybody a chance. They're like two opposite sides of the spectrum. And notice the light is on the same side of them. Notice the colors are pretty much the same. Capricorns, it's going to be up to you to decide if you tip your hand or not. If you tip your hand or not. And you know what? I cannot give you any advice of yes, do it, or no, don't do it. There's going to be a few things that 100% this is the time to pounce. You are a trapdoor spider and that little buggy bug has walked in front of you and it's time to pounce. But I want to point this card out to you, Capricorns. You have worked a very long time. And one of the things that presents itself this week to you, Capricorns, is the ability to absolutely fly the middle finger high to everyone that has hated on you in the last few years. And when that happens, you have to decide if you're going to take that opportunity or if you're going to just hold on to it a little more. My advice is going to be this. Take all of the small petty wins this week, Capricorn. Take every one of the small petty wins. But the big one, I'm going to advise you to hold on to that one just a little longer. Because there's going to be just a little bit more that comes about in probably the next, I'm going to say 2 to 3 months, that allows you to add to that battle plan. So you can 100% be Rick Sanchez or Tommy Shelby. And if you know who either one of those are, we're friends. And if you don't, you have homework. You want to be that epic person that has everything tied up in the end. You want to be that epic person that is able to just sit back and watch as someone else that has been a complete nugget sack douche fuck goes down in flames. Then you're going to have to hold on just a little bit longer. But Caps, you 100% have free reign to go and just absolutely obliterate all of the other ones. It's going to be a very empowering week for you, Capricorn, but don't let it go to your head. That I know is easier said than done, but don't let it go to your head, Cap. Don't let it go to your head. Capricorns, you 100% are the Jaguar. You 100% are the Jaguar this week. And it doesn't matter what color Jaguar you want to be. You can be a spotted one, you can be a black one. It doesn't matter. Because the thing is, a Jaguar is a lot like a tiger. And even though they are bright colors, they have spots, all this stuff, you cannot see them when they are stalking you. They're very, very powerful animals. Stones for Capricorns. Scarly, I'm going to need your help with this, okay? I'm going to need your help with this. And I don't know if you're on YouTube or TikTok, but I might have you post both places if you can. You're so familiar with the Aztec deities. I'm going to let you pick one for the Capricorns and just pin it in the chats. I can't pronounce them, and I'm not going to try because my words will not come out correctly, and it'll be terrible. Stones for Capricorns. Clear quartz. This is hard because there's a whole bunch of them. I want to give you like 9. Clear quartz. You know what? I'm just going to say clear quartz and obsidian. Clear quartz and obsidian. I think that'll do. Y'all are going to have to bear with me while I eat some conde. All right, Aquarius. Not doing that, though. So while I'm drawing for Aquarius, I could have sworn I just felt my cat brush against my leg, but he's not in here. Sass and I both picked up a mimic on our last outing. Both of us. What sucks is the one that decided to be fucking with me usually only fucks with me. But today, I was getting dressed to come up here on the live. And all of a sudden, my kid starts yelling, "Mom!" And I was, what? What did you want? I said, what? Why were you yelling at me? I said, baby, I was in the bathroom getting dressed. She goes, oh, I thought you were just yelling at me. So, she's got some stuff to do tomorrow, and I'm going to have a chat with this thing. All right, Aquarius. Interesting that the Egyptian deities are coming up this evening. Aquarius, you start out with Isis, which is resurrection. And then you have the Maestro, which is knowledge and kindness. And then you have Set, which is narcissism and ambition. I find it interesting that you have these two flanked with this one in the middle. I also find it interesting that this particular deck took forever to draw a card. Aquarius, you're currently blooming. You're currently coming back from something big. You're currently overcoming something in your life. You're taking the next step up. Whether this is at your job, whether this is spiritually with your gifts, whether, it doesn't matter. You're literally taking the next step up. You feel like you have shed some skin. You have shed some dead weight. You have shed something that has been holding you back. On Sunday, when I did the Sunday sermon, I talked about how every time you get on your path, a test comes along. Every time you get on your path, doesn't matter who you are, but Aquarius, this is your week. You are full on in a resurrection phase. You are full on Isis this week. And here comes your test. Here comes your test, Aquarius. This is going to manifest in the form of a person. Okay? Now, for some of you guys, it's going to ping something that you thought you healed from, like as far as relationships go. For some of you, it's going to ping something as far as you left this job or this boss or whatever behind. And others, it's going to manifest in a different way, but it's going to be a person that's going to come up and be your test. Now, here's the thing. You're going to be tempted to hear this person out. You're going to be tempted to give them the opportunity to talk, to chat. You're going to be tempted to say, well, let me just hear what they have to say. I'm going to tell you right now, no. No. And this is why. There's a reason that person is an ex. Whether it's an ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, whether it's an ex-friend. There's a reason this person, that you don't work for them anymore. There's a reason that you don't work for someone like them anymore, Aquarius. They're going to come in and they're going to be super nice. And I do believe, yes, people can change, but at the same time, in the core, they don't. And the other thing I want you to remember is there's a reason that all of that resentment and that pain and that hate and all those other things built up for you to not be in that situation anymore. Yes, no, okay are all great answers. This person does not need to know what you've been up to. They don't need to just catch up with you. They don't need to know where you live, where you work, what you're doing. It's none of their fucking business, Aquarius. They're coming back in because of this. You have hit a new level. You got off the plateau and you have gone straight up. You know the things. You have resurrected yourself, Aquarius, and it's taken you a long time to do so. You've learned, you're smarter, you're ready to take on new challenges. This is an old challenge that you don't need. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Be this, Aquarius. Enjoy that resurrection. Enjoy all of the knowledge. Enjoy all of the things that you have become. This is the past, and we don't go there. No matter how cute they look in those pants. No matter how sweet they are in their texts or their phone calls. No matter what kind of money they offer you to come back and work for them. This is no. Stones for Aquarius. Black Tourmaline, red Jasper. Don't hate me for this one. I want you guys to go up. I want you guys to go up and look at, sorry, my Oklahoman came out. I want you guys to go and look up the spiritual meaning of this animal, okay? Y'all are the Chihuahua this week. Y'all are the Chihuahua this week. Okay? Don't hate me, Aquarius. Don't hate me, Aquarius. Go look it up first. Thank you for that. So, I realized earlier, there it is, I changed my sensor. And I don't know if y'all remember, Pisces, are you ready? I changed my sensor, which have doubled in price. They are no longer 85 bucks for two for a month. They are 160 bucks for two for the month. In other words, 80 bucks a piece. And my one ran out today, and I put the other one in, and I've been wearing it in my left arm for like months, right? And my left arm needed a break. So I put it in over here, and it doesn't work. And I'm trying not to be angry about it, but I'm angry about it. So there's 80 bucks that I just went and flipped away. All right, ready, Pisces? The only reason I say that is because I can feel that my sugar's kind of going down after that Reiki session. I kind of feel drained a little bit. For those of y'all that were here for the Reiki session, that was a lot. I was worked up. All right, Pisces. Okay, moving on. I don't want to read it. Because here's the thing. I know a few of you Piscesians. You know what? I'm just going to show you the cards. I'm just going to show you the cards. The very first one you're going to go, I don't like you. It's the drama card. And then you have the Queen of Wrath. And then you have Hades. This is not just feral Pisces week. This is scorched earth policy Pisces. This is, I am going to demolish every bridge that ever existed. This is, look at me wrong and I will obliterate your whole soul, Pisces. What the fuck, Pisces? Did y'all see that Aquarius had some drama and you said, hold my beer? Like, I don't understand. Y'all start with drama, Pisces. It's just going to follow you everywhere. It's encompassing you this week like a fucking hoop skirt. No matter what it is you do or where it is you go, you're in it. You're in it. Whether it's drama with your dogs fighting or drama with your kids fighting. Whether it's drama at work or drama with your family. It's just shit. Shit. Maybe you guys just need a release, because then you have the Queen of Wrath. Anger and suspicion, the Queen of Wrath. So maybe it's just drama that's been there and you guys have just been kind of, I don't know, letting it go. You've just been not paying attention. My nose is itching. Somebody's talking about me. Stop it. And this is the week you just snap. This is the week you just fucking snap. And then you have Hades, because you're an equal opportunity drama slayer this week, Pisces. I find it interesting that you literally have the god of the underworld after drama and after wrath. Remember when I said that you're just going to obliterate all the bridges? So maybe check on your Pisces friends this week. Maybe make sure they have an emergency contact if they go to the jail. Maybe Pisces, I don't know. Pisces, what the fuck? Yes, Scarly, I do. I don't know. I don't even know what to say, Pisces. Like, when I turned this card over, first of all, I was like, no. Because I love you, Pisces. Okay? I do. I don't know a lot of dude Pisces, so I can't really make a judgment on dude Pisces. But I know a lot of female Pisces, and I know y'all are like the squishiest of the fucking squishy. but you're all good people. Like, you're all good people. And the reason that you get taken advantage of a lot is because you're a good person and you just try to do the right thing for people. And when that happens, you get taken advantage of, which then comes to the drama, which then is what leads you to be super wrathful, because you let it build up and build up and build up and build up until you're like, you know what? Fuck you, motherfucker. Which I get. I do. And then you 100%, do you want to hide a body? Like, that's exactly what y'all are going to be singing this week. I'm just saying. Pisces. You know what? I can't even get on to you. I just hate that this is the week that all of this comes to a head. I do. I just hate that this is the week. And I'm sorry. But you know what? Ooh, I haven't done the astrological forecast for this week. Shit, what was I doing all day? Oh yeah, building classes. And doing reports. And yeah. By the way, if you're waiting on a birth chart report from me, just know that there were 70 of those that came in. So it's going to take me a little bit this week to get them to you. But what the fuck, Pisces? I mean, it is what it is. You are going to lose some friends this week, Pisces. You are going to lose some friends this week. Because you've cut them out of your life. And to be honest, if you got to the point where you finally have hit this wrathful stage, they probably deserve it. They probably deserve it. But I want to say this, Pisces. In a couple of weeks or a month or whatever, when that friend comes back and is like, I'm so sorry. No, they're not. I want you to remember every single thing that they did that led up to this. Okay? Just saying what I'm saying, Pisces. Yeah, if you're married to a Pisces or if you have Pisces children, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Run? I don't know. It's an eggshell week. I'm sorry. Stones for Pisces. All of the calming down stones. I'm actually going to say Sodalite and Selenite. Okay? Sodalite will help kind of clear the anger and stuff so you can actually sleep. But Sodalite will help kind of, you know, woosah a little bit. Y'all are the Gila monster this week. Y'all are the Gila monster this week. I'm just saying, you are. Yeah, I agree. Please, Aries, be good. I saw a few of you guys were like, please, please, please. I can't handle feral Aries this week. I don't think I know any Aries, like close-knit circle Aries. But we're only 3. We're only 3 in. I can't. It can't be an all. I'm all about it being a powerful week. I am not all about it being a feral week. I'm not. And we start off with Capricorn being feral. Like, I don't know, man. Persuasion. Now I'm really regretting not doing the astrological forecast this week because I don't know astrologically. I wasn't prepared. Y'all have persuasion. Then you have fucking Abaddon. And then you have the Martyr card. So it's not so much that y'all are feral, it's that y'all are assholes this week. Something has you fired all the way up. Something has you fired all the way up past level 10 this week. It's like there's not even a level for how fired up you are. And the thing is, it's not just about one thing. Aries, it's everything. It's everything. Something in the air, something in the water, something in your bed, something at work. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're just fucking fired up. You are just fucking fired up. And here's the good thing about this. Let me say this. You have the Persuasion card. And then you have these two, which are, this is the fired up part over here. This is a double-edged sword. Because when you are very, very persuasive, I want you to remember that everything that comes out of your face is manifestation. So if you are super hating on somebody, keep that in mind. If you are really trying to get something to change in the world or at work or whatever, keep that in mind. Did you hear me, Aries? A collective Aries change in the world. Let me. Do you smell what I'm smoking? And then you have the Martyr card. So here's what sucks about the fucking Martyr card with all of this. Because y'all are so fired up that if anybody stands up to you, you're going to martyr yourself. You're just going to say, well, everything always happens to me. Like, literally. Aries, you could get away with so much this week because of these cards. I'm not going to lie. And if y'all are not familiar with Abaddon, let's have a chat about this. This is probably, when I see this card come up in the deck, I mean, instantly. For me, this is like the worst card in the deck because it's so fucking powerful. Abaddon is one of the main players in hell. Like, big boy players in hell. Okay? It's not just a... Well, the bottom of the card is pestilence, corruption, and malice. So there's that. So there's that. Aries, I'm just going to say be really, really careful. And especially when somebody makes snap judgments that they know what you believe in and what you don't believe in. You know, if you need to obliterate that person, go ahead. I'm just saying. But you can use your power for good, Aries. You can use your power for good. Okay? If you have an Aries placement in your chart, you probably need to know where it is. You need to know where it is. What is going on? What is going on? Just saying, what is going on? It's a powerful week for you too, Aries. A powerful week. Stones for Aries. I can't believe I'm going to do this, but here we go. Carnelian and Garnet. You're all about the fiery fire self this week. You're all about the fiery fire this week. So Carnelian and Garnet. At least Garnet's protective. I don't even know what's a good animal to get. I just don't. You know what? You're the Anaconda. I'm trying to give you guys all South American animals. Y'all are the fucking Anaconda. I know there are some that are a lot more dangerous than that, but have you ever watched an anaconda stalk somebody? Have you ever watched that bitch slither through the water? Have you ever watched it attack something? If you haven't, you should. I don't like snakes already. And that right there, as much as I would love to go to Brazil, as much as I would love to go and see some places, I don't know that I can, man. I don't know that I can. Y'all are the Anaconda. You know, if you guys really think about it, and you watch, like, I got into a habit, like, oh God, 10 years ago, watching all those, like, top 10 world's most dangerous animals or world's fastest animals or whatever. If y'all really start watching that, it is a fucking scary place. The world is a scary place. If you really look at how many animals on a daily basis you are in close proximity to that could, like, really do damage, what the fuck? Taurus, that was interesting. I was shuffling, you threw a card up and then right back in. I swear, if we have feral Tauruses, I am done. I am done. Can't with this. I can't with this. What the fuck? Envy. The ferryman. I thought we were going in the right direction, Taurus. We were going in the right direction, Taurus. Y'all watched me shuffle. What the fuck? Envy. Need, focus, and transition. And then the fucking Queen of Wrath. Really? I can't with any of you at this point. I can't with any of you at this point. I can't with any of you at this point. Because didn't I already bring up that the Tauruses were like the front line of the fuck you squad? Did I not already bring that up? That the Tauruses were like the petty kings and queens of the in your face, I am going to obliterate your world zodiac? Did I not already bring that up? This is Mad Max. You know what? I'm glad I pulled this out. I'm glad I pulled this out. I'm glad I did all of this. I'm glad. I'm glad that we did the badassery Bodhi. I pulled this out because I used to wear this specific top to do Reiki in almost every single Thursday. Almost every single Thursday. Those of y'all that have been around a long time, you recognized it. You knew what was coming. I changed the music. We did this fiery violin music this week. What the fuck? I have too many Tauruses on my team and I have a lot of Tauruses on my team. I just realized that, which means this is a good week. This is a good week for a coven working. Okay, but anyway, moving on. Every Taurus on my moderator's team just went, Taurus! Now, here's the thing. I don't think that the envy is you envying somebody else. Not with these. I don't. I think that the envy is somebody that is just a thorn in your whole ass. It's not just a thorn in your side. They're a thorn in your entire ass. Because they want something you have. They want something, everything that you have. Not only do they want everything you have, they're willing to do whatever they can to fuck you over to get it. Because you are this. You're the ferryman. You are focused on moving forward. Taurus, you have been hardcore focused on shifting, really. On literally shifting. You were here, you want to be here. You don't even want to take this step, you want to be up here. So you've been focused on this transition, right? You've been focused on all of this, and this person's been back here like, oh, 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 oh. Well, this is the week, Taurus, that instead of just, being nice and calm and cool, This is the week that this bitch comes out to play. This is the week that you flat ass make remarks right back when they're saying bullshit. When they're making their little shitty comments and you're like, you know what, I'm not going to say anything. My kids are watching, or my family's watching, or my boss is watching, or the world is watching, or whatever. You're like, I'm not going to say anything. Oh, yes, you are. It's probably going to come out of your face before you ever even realize that it came out of your face. You're going to fire off that fucking email before you ever even have time to proofread it. You're going to send all of the fuck yous, all of the middle fingers, all of the cow shit their way. Taurus, I am going to say this because of that ferryman card in the middle. I almost feel like this has to happen. I almost feel like this has to happen because this one person, and it's one fucking person for each one of you. It's one fucking person. This one person has been doing everything they can to stand in your way. This one person has been taking every single thing, every single win you have ever had, and just stomping it in the dirt. And they kind of deserve it. They kind of deserve it. Maybe don't hurt your kids' feelings. Maybe don't, you know what I'm saying? Maybe be a little cautious. Maybe don't lose your job. Or, I mean, maybe you do lose your job. I don't know shit. Y'all know what's better for you. I think it's been a long time since you got mad, Taurus. I think that it's been a long time since you got mad. It's been coming for a hot minute. I now understand, after reading for 4, I now understand why I picked this music tonight. Taurus, keep in mind that you are the bull, that you are 100% the front line. Just saying. Stones for Taurus. You know what? This is weird, but I'm going to say Amethyst and Dalmatian Jasper. The sharper the amethyst, the better. But Amethyst and Dalmatian Jasper. Those are both stones for sleep and dream work. So I don't know why I'm giving you those, but that's what. Okay. Also, I'm going to say wear all of the silver you can this week. I don't know why, but all of the silver you can this week. You know, you're the bull. You're the bull. I really was sitting here like going through all kinds of different animals, and I just kept thinking, you're the bull. You're the bull this week. Because think about it. Bulls are very territorial. Tauruses are territorial. Bulls are very big with their personalities. Tauruses are very big with their personalities. I have yet to meet a Taurus that's timid. I just haven't. I'm sure there's some out there, okay? So don't say that. There's not. But y'all are the bull this week. Y'all are 100% the bull this week. Geminis, we cannot handle feral Geminis this week. Please. I can't do it. I can't do it. And Scarly is giving you guys all deities, South American deities, Aztec deities, etc. So you get to look those up and see what deity she gives you. Okay, I keep trying to pull a card for Gemini. Thank you. Y'all keep having all this kind of crazy shit happen. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Y'all are watching me shuffle, right? Maybe it's the music. Maybe it's the music. I need caffeine for this. I don't know what I think about this yet. Not feral, not angry, but I don't know what I think about this. Y'all have hell, which is concealment. Then you have the forgotten soldier, which is strategy and exile and serendipity. And then you have the thinker, which is knowledge and instruction and reinvention. Usually, I would say a quiet Gemini needs to be checked on, but this week, y'all are quiet. This week, y'all are quiet. If you do not know who hell is at this point, I don't know where you've been. I don't know where you've been. Not only is she like a major deity in the Norse pantheon, she's all over TikTok all the time, and she was in the Avengers movie. Like, she just, hell is concealment in this deck. She's also the ruler of the underworld in the Norse pantheon. She's a badass, don't fuck with me kind of thing, okay? I find it interesting that she is concealment in this deck, but it does kind of work out. And if you look at the artwork for her, like, kind of works out, right? But what I think is just interesting, what I think is interesting is this, that right after hell is this, the forsaken soldier, which is strategy and failure and serendipity. So you Geminis are all sitting here thinking about all of the things that either you feel like you have lost, you have let go of. You're like, it's a very interesting week, because I think the first part of this week, Geminis, y'all are going to start off like really deep in here. I think you're going to start off really fucking deep in your own noggin. Like, not just shadow work, but like uber mega ton of shadow work kind of things, right? So if you have a Gemini in your life and they're suddenly like really quiet, they're not texting you, or they're not coming out of their room or whatever, just they're okay. I mean, check on them, obviously check on them, like, hey, have you eaten today? Do the mom thing. Have you drank some water? Have you eaten? Have you poo-pooed? Did you sleep? You know what I mean? Like, do the mom thing with them. Make sure they're okay. All right. But know that in their head, they're going through every single thing that they believe is a failure in their life. Every single thing. Now, here's the thing. I don't think this is all week. I think that this probably lasts until Thursday. I think that it is the majority of the week, that it lasts until Thursday. And then you start to see all of these things that you thought were failures were actually very serendipitous. It's like Thursday is a complete shift in your mental self, where your mental self is sitting. Does that make sense? So you go from like failure. You know what I mean? Like, you're just looking at every single thing that's a failure to, if this had worked out though, I wouldn't have this. If I was still with this person, I wouldn't have this. You see what I'm saying? This weekend is a complete reinvention for you. Complete reinvention for you, Geminis. Now, I'm not saying that your Gemini is going to come back out and be their normal Gemini self. Instead, what they're going to do is they're going to still be quiet and be to themselves and be just kind of paying attention and, you know, like watching everything. But in here, they are turning into a completely different Gemini. Like this is a complete shadow level up for you. Does that make sense, Gemini? So I don't know if you got triggered by a bunch of shit this weekend, if a bunch of shit happened, or if it happened today, or if it's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know what's happened in the last 4 days, but something has happened to cause you to be in this mindset. So thankfully, not feral Geminis, thankfully not angry Geminis, but 100% in your own head Geminis. 100% in your own head, Geminis. Stones for Geminis. I'm going to say Labradorite because I think you guys need that. That's a very gentle way to help you figure out where you're going. So I think Labradorite is going to be a really, really good one. And I'm also going to say Hematite. I think Hematite is going to be a fantastic one for you as well, Geminis. Y'all are the orca this week. Y'all are the orca this week. And I know that when I said that, you guys are like, wait, that's a pretty violent animal. Yes and no. I mean, I want you to go and research what the spiritual meaning of them are. Y'all are the orca this week. Okay? And Scarly, I'm sure, is going to pull out some amazing badass deity for you. Before, as I'm pulling cards for Cancer, I just want to say this. And I'm kind of taking a stand here, and it is what it is. But tomorrow I'm going to be releasing a new Bodhiverse episode. And it's a little spicy, I'm just going to warn you. But it's spicy in a different way than you're used to, because I live in Oklahoma. And there's a very big population here of people from Mexico, from South America. We have a very large Venezuelan population here. My daughter-in-law is from Ecuador. And I've seen firsthand through my entire life how anybody that isn't, you know what I'm saying, is treated here in Oklahoma. Whether you're indigenous, whether you're Mexican, whether you're Costa Rican, Venezuelan, whether you're African, I've seen it firsthand. For those of you guys that are any minority, I will always fight for you. I will always fight for you. And I don't want you to forget that. I don't want you to ever forget that. When you feel like there might not be people that are on your side, I am. I have listened to the worst of the worst that people can call each other. I have heard people tell their children all the stereotypes. I have seen it and heard it firsthand here. And it always has made me ill. And it always will make me ill. And I will always stand up for you. I don't care. I wanted to make that very, very clear. I've always taken a very hard stance on the LGBTQ community because I love every single one of you. I had a friend, we had a family friend that was unalived in the shooting in Colorado Springs. And I can't wrap my head around that. I will always stand up for you. I will always stand up for you. I will always be a safe space. Anywhere I am, you're safe. Period. Okay? I just wanted to say that. And if you believe otherwise, then we're probably not friends. I'm just going to leave that right there. All right. Cancer's ready. Let me, before I turn these cards over, I swear to fuck Cancers, if y'all come out with some feral Cancer shit, I can't. We're just gonna, I've already drawn the cards, but I'm magically, I cannot. Angry feral Cancers are absolutely, I don't know. Fate. All right, we're starting off on the right foot, I think. Fate. Something just hit me about a Cancer I know, and I don't even want to turn the last one over. Oh, and Thanatos, because this is the god of time. Of course. I can't. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm serious. My head hurts. Cancers, you have Fate. And then you have fucking Abaddon. And then you have fucking Thanatos. Okay, so you have Fortuna, which is Fate. So there, please don't hate the messenger. There is something that you made a decision on, Cancers, that you, I don't know if you've regretted it or if you've just like had second thoughts about it repeatedly. Not quite regret, but just second thoughts. You know how sometimes when you're like, well, I know I bought the blue car, but what if I should have bought the black car? You know what I mean? You don't regret buying the blue car because you love the blue car, but you're kind of like, yeah, but I see that black one over there. That's really pretty. You know what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying? There's a decision that you made, Cancer, that you're second guessing. You've been second guessing it for a little bit. Like probably months or longer. It's a decision that you made years ago. Okay? Well, this week it makes you angry. This week it makes you angry. And let me tell you a little something about Cancers, if you guys don't know. When a Cancer gets angry, when a Cancer gets upset, like they're super outgoing and fun to be around and creative and happy and ooh. When a Cancer gets angry, however, it is like a tsunami, whirlpool, volcano. Make that up in your brain. That's exactly how it is. I've been married to two of them. I've been married to two of them, been engaged to another, I raised one. Like, I know. I know. I don't know. Because here's the thing. The decision that you made, the thing you did not choose, that's already going the way it's supposed to go, right? So let's say you left a job, okay? And now, oh God, I hate this fucking pop-ups. It's driving me up the wall. And now, you know, that company is doing really well. Or the person that took your job is doing whatever it is. It's not their fault, right? You left that company. If it's a person, you left that person. You know what I mean? Like, or, you know, you didn't try to keep that, whatever it was, okay? The two of you went your separate ways. And now you see that that person is doing really well or whatever. And now, you know, and it's been bothering you, but now you're angry about it. So Cancers, here's my problem, because when y'all get angry, you guys do not I love you, okay? Please let me preempt this. When y'all get angry, you do not know how to not say things. You do not know how to not say things when you're angry. You don't. You don't. When I said a tsunami and a whirlpool and a volcano together, like you don't. When you guys get angry, like all of the fangs come out, you spit venom, and it just, it happens. And then like 2 days later, you're like, oh, I'm sorry. But you can't take it back, right? This card right here is very interesting that this came out after this. I have a feeling that you're going to walk around for a few days angry as fuck before the explosion. And then this weekend, you're going to spend the weekend moping around. And y'all are like the most pitiful little things when you mope around. And I hate it because I want to take care of every single fucking one of you. And I can't come to all your houses this weekend. I can't come to all your houses this weekend, Cancers. Maybe we just need to have, maybe sometime on Saturday, I just need to get on here just for the Cancers. And just, I don't know. Y'all just mope. But this is going to be my warning for this weekend because of this card. This particular deity is underworld, time, destruction. You're going to realize this weekend that whatever this is, it's done. Like you finally have that, oh my God, this is done realization. Even if it's been years since you have been in that job or had that relationship or known that, whatever. You know what I mean? It's been a long time, but this is the weekend that it becomes real. I'm going to advise not to hang out with your Pisces friends. Maybe hang out with your Gemini friends because they're very thinky if you can get them out of their room. I don't know what other zodiac to tell you to hang out with because the rest of them are kind of feral this week. But here's the thing, Cancer. Do something nice for you this weekend, okay? Do not go down the rabbit hole of indulgence. You know exactly what I'm saying because some of y'all know exactly what I'm saying. It's not going to be any good for your brain. It's not going to be any good for where you are this week. Okay? Promise me? Promise me? Yes, Bodhi. Promise me? Yes, okay. This is going to be a hard week, Cancers. I promise that this weekend will be a lot better. I promise that this weekend you'll realize, okay, this is done. I'm done being mad. But it is going to be a hard weekend, okay? Take time and sit and be with yourself, okay? Sleep in. Be lazy. Stay in bed. I know you Cancers love that. Stay in bed. Take Saturday and just don't do a fucking thing. Be lazy. Just don't do a thing. Watch cartoons all day. Order your favorite food. I don't care. Okay, Cancer. Saturday, you need to do the things just for you. Sunday too, if you can, but it is Mother's Day. Next Sunday is Mother's Day. So don't forget your mama. But I'm just saying, Cancers, it's going to be rough. I'm glad that y'all aren't feral. I don't like that y'all are angry. I don't like that y'all are angry. So, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Stones for Cancers. I am also going to give you guys selenite because I think that it's going to be a good thing. I'm also going to say angelite. Angelite or celestite. There are two different stones, but they're both for grief. And I think that that will help you. Okay? So Selenite and either Angelite or Celestite. You should be able to find both of those pretty easily. The Angelite or Celestite. They're both the same color. They're like a real pale blue. Celestite usually is a little more expensive. But yeah, I'm just saying. I don't have any fucking clue what animal to give you. I really don't. I really don't. You know what? I was going to try to give you a South American animal, but I'm going to give you the groundhog instead. I'm going to give you the groundhog instead. Do they have groundhogs in South America? All right. Leos. I don't know if I just drew two really bad cards or what for you. Leos, I'm going to ask you, please. I'm begging. Please. Trust. We're starting off good. Nyx, we're starting off good. We're starting off good. This might be the first good reading of the Zodiac. Okay, we kind of went like that, but not bad. Not bad. Y'all have Trust. And then you have Nyx. And then you have Lilith. And Lilith came out with the Exile. So we're going to talk about these. Leos. I actually feel like this is going to be a very good week for you. And I feel like this is going to be a powerful week for you. Okay? Leos. This right here is the Trust card. And being that Nyx came out right next to her, and look at how similar they look. Am I wrong? Am I wrong there? Look how similar they look. The gorgeous long dark hair, the beautiful face. Did you see what I'm saying? Yeah? Yeah? So here's the thing, Leos. Y'all are in complete powerhouse mode this week. Now, I want you to be very careful, okay? Because powerhouse Leos can border on the asshole Leos, and we don't want asshole Leos this week, okay? But you are very, very deep trusting in who you are this week. You feel very powerful. You feel very confident. You feel like you have spent enough time in the trenches of you, in the trenches of your mind, of shadow work, of anger, of emotion, of like all the things, right? You have just been in the fucking mud belly crawling through it. You've seen some shit and some stuff. You know what I mean, Leos? You've seen some shit and some stuff. So you're in a very, very powerful position for you this week, Leos. You're ready to make a change. And this is like a 180. This isn't just a 90-degree turn. You might even do a 360. I don't know. Maybe 390s. I don't know what the hell. But this is a complete and utter shift from where you've been. I have a feeling that probably the first part of this week, probably until Wednesday, maybe Thursday, Wednesday specifically, I think that y'all are feeling this change and this shift and this magic come like bubbling back up. You know what I mean? You're going to feel it come bubbling back up. And I think that it's something that you haven't felt in a hot minute. In a hot minute. I'm here for this. I really, really am. Now, we're going to talk about this because these two cards came out together. Lilith and the Exile came out together. And this is a person. This is a relationship. Whether it's romance, whether it's friends, whether it's family. God, my nose is itching. Somebody stop talking about me. But let's talk about Lilith, okay? You are Lilith. You are Lilith this week, okay? This is you. This is equality. This is animism. This is like a ferocity. This is just 100% dark, divine, feminine energy. I know some of you are like, I'm a dude. I get that. But this is that dark, divine, feminine energy. To be a whole person, you need to have both the light and the dark, masculine and feminine. I don't care who you are. You have to have all of it. You have to have all four. You are 100% this energy. Because you know that you are a powerful mamma jamma, and you know that if someone else stands in the way, you are going to sucker punch them and their spirit team. Like, you are not about to be back in your own head anymore. This is the other person. Now, this could be a lot of different scenarios, so I'm just going to give you what this card says about this other person, because they came out together with Lilith on top. Insert dirty joke here. But this right here, the Exile, this is somebody that feels like they need to get you back on their side. This is somebody that feels like they lost your friendship, that they lost you as an employee, as a coworker, as a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. They lost you somehow. They are doing everything they can, and they have this weird ass strategy that they have come up with to try to just get their foot in the door. They're not like all in, like, oh, I miss you so much, come back to work for me, or, you know, oh my God, my life has been shit, you know, I need you back. It's not that. They're doing everything they can to just get their foot in the door. It could be as simple as a text of, hey, I was unpacking some boxes and I found something that's yours and I figured you might want it back. Can I bring it to you, or can I send it to you, or whatever? Innocent enough, right? That's a foot in the door moment. Because you know you want that thing back. That's their foot in the door moment. They see this energy and they want to siphon it. Notice how different those colors are. This is a very powerful card, and this one right here is thinking about the past. So Leo, you're going to have to really have a hard talk with yourself, because I have a feeling this weekend they're really going to come at you hardcore with some little tiny thing to get their fucking foot in the door. Some of you are going to fall for it. Some of you are going to fall for it. And all of this progress that you've made, I want you to think about this. All of this progress that you've made, all of the self-empowerment that you've gained, are you ready to let that go? Are you ready to lose that? Are you ready to backslide down into the depths of the Leo-ness? The depths of the Leo shadow work? Because they may come at you right straight up like, oh, I miss having you in my life, blah, blah, blah. They may come at you like that. They may come at you in a very, very minuscule, tiny, just barely foot in the door kind of thing. You're going to have a big decision to make this weekend, Leos. You're going to have a big decision to make. They can come at you in the guise of just being friends again. They can come at you in the guise of they just want to drop something off on your porch. They don't want to see you. Just saying. Just saying, Leos. Be careful. Be careful, because this card right here, that's not a permanent thing. This is them thinking that they want you back. They made a mistake. They need you back in the office or whatever. And it's them doing or saying whatever it is that they can to get you back in their life. And if that happens, they're out. They just want the chase. They don't want anything at all beyond that. Okay? All right. Stones for Leos. Fluorite. I was about to just say all the black stones, but fluorite, because y'all need to really be able to sit and think, okay? And then I'm going to say black tourmaline. I was thinking smoky quartz, but black tourmaline kept coming to mind. So I'm going to say black tourmaline. Leos, y'all are the sea turtle this week. Y'all are the sea turtle this week. Okay? Okay. Virgos, really? I couldn't even shuffle all the way? You didn't even let me shuffle, Virgos? Come on, man. Come on, man. I like that things have calmed down. I'm not going to lie. I like that things have calmed down. Virgos, so far you have endurance. We'll see. King Arthur. And the Morrigan. Okay. All right. Okay. We're starting to kind of calm down. Okay. So you guys have endurance. And then you have King Arthur, which is championship. It's also disillusion, but this is honesty, passion, etc. And then you have the Morrigan, which is opposition. She's a revenge deity. You also have introspection and, I'm just saying, self-realization a lot. Virgos, unlike your other two earthbound friends, the Tauruses and the Capricorns, you aren't petty this week. I was about to say you're the thinker this week, and didn't I just say with the Capricorn reading that you guys were the generals, making sure everybody knows where they're supposed to fucking go? Fuck! I hate it when I'm right. Virgos, I will say this, okay? This right here tells me that you're just tired this week. You're just tired this week, Virgos. You are. Physically, don't be surprised if you guys just need a lot more extra sleep this week. If you just need a lot of extra sleep this week, it's okay. Get you some extra sleep. Your spiritual advisor has said so. Get you some extra sleep. I got you, okay? Y'all have been dealing... I'm trying to figure out the right way to put this. Oh, it's my first yawn. Look. What? Trying to figure out the right way to put this. Y'all have been dealing with a lot, but at the same time, it's not a lot. It just feels like a lot. Does that make sense? It's like when you have one big thing that you're dealing with, but it feels like there's 900 pieces to that one big thing. There we go. That's a better way to explain it. One big thing, but there's 900 fucking pieces to that one big thing, and you're just tired of it. You're just tired of it. This week is going to be very interesting for you, because this is a week that this situation, this thing finally starts to come to an end, because your whole mindset changes this week. You just hit the point, the straw that broke the camel's back. That's exactly where you are this week. You have a lot of self-realization this week. The King Arthur card is very interesting because, yes, it is champion and the protector of the people, but at the same time, it's self-realization. And so there's going to be a lot of moments this week, Virgos. I'm really going to advise you that before you go to bed every single night this week, give yourself about 5 or 10 minutes to just sit, put your phone down, don't have the TV on, just sit for a minute, okay? Just sit and just brain. Just brain for a minute. Because what this tells me is that there's a lot of self-realization and it's going to be hitting you hard all the fucking time this week. I do want to say this too. Because I know you Virgos are thinky little fuckers anyway. I know. I've known a few of you. I'm a Virgo rising. I know that y'all are some thinky fuckers, okay? I'm just saying. But here's the thing. Really? A second yawn, Virgos? The self-realizations that are going to come up this week, they do not mean you're a bad person. They do not mean that you're at fault in the things. Now, could some things be your fault in the situation? Yes, we all have a fault in situations. We do. We do. It takes two people to make something happen or not happen, okay? I want you to think about that. But here's the thing, Virgos. Just because this situation has, you're finally just under the weight of it and you're like, I can't do this anymore, I'm done. And you're thinking, was it really me? Was it really me that did this or did this or did this? Is it really me? No, Virgos. You're going to overthink everything this weekend. That's what this card means. You're going to overthink everything this weekend. If you guys don't know anything about Virgos, when they get tired, they get cranky. When they get tired, they get cranky. They're tired and they're overthinking everything. So everything is their fault. You Virgos are going to think that everything is your fault. You're going to be going back through. It could be that when you were in 5th grade, you had a girlfriend and this girlfriend cheated on you. You didn't do anything. You were just over playing basketball with your boys. You didn't know anything was going on. And she's over there smooching somebody else. Not your fault. But you're going to think it is. Well, if I didn't go play basketball that day like I did every single day at 3rd recess, then maybe she wouldn't have been over there kissing Henry. And then maybe we'd still be... Y'all, that's exactly what your mindset is going to be, Virgos. I'm just letting you know right now. However, you're going to swing really hardcore from all of that to this. The Morrigan is a revenge deity. I am very familiar with this deity. If you are not, you should go look her up. She's a very interesting one. She's a triple goddess. In this form, however, it's revenge. It's revenge. Virgos, be careful what bridges you burn this week. Be careful what bridges you burn this weekend. Be careful. Just be careful. The thing, I'm just giving you that warning because here's the thing. While I know that you Virgos can snap and absolutely flip tables, I don't think that you're going to because of these two cards. Because A, you're too tired to fucking fight. And B, you have all of this thinky McThinkerson going on in here. But you sure as shit going to plan some revenge. You sure as shit gonna start putting stuff in motion like the little general you are. Virgos, do not be too hard on yourself this week. You don't be too hard. I know that even though I said that, you will. You will. You will. Every single day, you'll sit and you'll be like, God, I'm a piece of shit for that. I'm really a bad person for that. You will. I already know. But then outwardly, you're going to be this. I know. I know. I know. So if y'all have Virgo, okay. Cancers and Virgos, you guys, y'all are not allowed to hang out with this week. Period. I don't give a fuck. If you are a Virgo married to a Cancer, whatever, one of y'all better take turns sleeping on the couch. I don't give a fuck. Because y'all are going to feed off of each other's self-pity. No. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. Virgos. Take some hot showers. Get your fuzzy socks on. Get your favorite little snacky snacks. Get your drama shows going. I love you. You know what, Virgos? This is probably a good week for you to delve down some philosophy. It's a good week for you to delve down some philosophy. Just saying. It'll mean more to you this week because you're in a very deep, thinky mood. Stones for Virgos. Pyrite. I want to say lapis, but I also want to say rose. Okay, you know what? Pyrite, lapis, and rose quartz. If you have lapis that has a big strain of pyrite in it, even better, 2 for 1. Y'all are the alpaca this week. Y'all are the alpaca this week. If y'all have never been around an alpaca or a llama, those bitches are so fucking moody. I love you, Virgos. Y'all are the alpacas this week. All right, Libras. No Pharaoh Libras. No Pharaoh Libras. Why 2 anchor cards, Libras? Being very suspicious of this. Y'all have denial, endurance, and Nyx, which is secrets and subterfuge. What fucking timeline are we in that we have evil Libras? What timeline are we in that we have evil Libras? Like, this isn't feral. This is actually cold, calculating, evil fucking Libras. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't. The denial card. What I find really interesting, I kind of disagree that this particular deity should be denial. I do and I don't. I understand why they gave her the denial card because I cannot remember which country, but she is an Asian peninsula deity. I want to say Korean, but please don't quote me on that. But when her husband is unalived, she takes his sword and it's basically a cursed sword, and she starts doing things to people and it steals their soul. But she believes the sword talks to her. So I do understand why they have denial, but I don't at the same time. But knowing the story behind this deity, let me spell it for you. It's just Nuba. Look her up. Knowing her story, is why I said we have evil Libras. Because then you have endurance. In other words, you are willing to do whatever you need to do to get the revenge. You are willing to do whatever you need to do to get the revenge. And then you have Nyx, which is secrets and subterfuge, working in the dark. Three very powerful dark entities. Three very powerful dark female goddesses. Libra, what? I mean, and it's not even feral. It's cold and calculating. I'm trying to keep my jaw off the floor right now. I'm not gonna lie. I am trying to keep my jaw off the floor right now. Somebody just said cardinal signs taking hits. Every single cardinal sign has had this just boss mentality. You're correct. Even the Cancers with, picking on themselves all weekend, it's like a really hardcore mentality. It is a heavy week, I agree. But this, Aries, you and Libra, Cancer, you cardinal signs, none of you need to hang out. None of you need to hang out. None of you need to hang out. Capricorn and Libra, absolutely not. Aries and Libra, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would almost say the Gemini and Libra could hang out, but that's going to be a no-go too, because you Geminis already have an evil bone. So all you got to do is get a little bit of that shit that you're thinking about and get a Libra and like, bam, it's on like Donkey Kong. Jeez, nobody needs to hang out with anybody this week. Everybody self-isolate. What the fuck? We have evil Libras this week. Libra, you're just all about looking at everybody that has fucking wronged you. You are all about, definitely do not hang out with the Capricorns this week, because all you're going to do is plot and plan. And the way the Capricorns are this week, they're going to be all about helping you plot and plan. But you know what? At the same time, I'm not mad about it. Does that make sense? I'm actually not mad about it. So apparently this is something that's kind of been a long time coming for you Libras to actually jump the fence and be like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm evil this week. I guess so. I don't know if I have the energy for Scorpio and Sagittarius. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I have the energy for you two. Y'all two usually act up. And being that you've waited this long and we've gone through all of this energy, I'm tired. Are you sure Scorpio and Sagittarius need a reading this week? Are you sure? Are you sure? Can I just say, and you can go on about your, what the fuck? This whole zodiac reading has wore me out. I'm going to sleep for like 15 hours after this. Watch. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, and so that'll make my brain act up, but goddamn it. I feel like a little kid. I'm over here like, ah. All right. Stones for Libras. Oh my God. What the fuck am I going to do this for? Here we go. Blue Apatite. Because you need a stone attuned to the future, apparently. And rutilated quartz. Because apparently you need something that's going to power up your evil little Libra selves. What the fuck? I promised myself that I was just going to intuition. Because there's been some times that I've been like, they need this stone. And then I'm like, I'm not giving them that stone. Because that's just going to amplify the shit. But apparently you need it fucking amplified, Libras. Y'all are the Harpy Eagle this week. Y'all are the fucking Harpy Eagle this week. You're big, bad, scary. Nobody's going to believe that you're a Libra. Scorpio, please be nice. Please be nice. Please be nice. Okay, okay, okay. Scorpios, you're my favorite. Scorpios, you're my favorite this week. You have seduction. I know y'all are like, yes, I am. Okay. You have seduction, but then you have the maestro, which is communication, understanding, and integrity. And then you have the red shepherd, which is, I don't know, it's okay. Evaluation, just reward, etc. Scorpio, now don't think you're getting off the hook, because I know every one of you Scorpios is like, over there. Don't think you're getting off the hook, because y'all are definitely Scorpio energy this week. The Scorpios be Scorpioing. All of the stereotypes about the Scorpios, y'all are living them this week. Y'all are the seductive little shits that know the perfect thing to say. Maybe you're the ones that I'm telling people to say no to, Scorpios. Think about that. Think about that. But y'all are full on like feeling yourselves. You know that you are the shit. And then you have this, you know the right words to say. You are the very powerful manifester this week. And then you're also dealing it out wherever it needs to. Somebody kind of comes at you like, I don't really like that skirt you're wearing. Oh yeah, well, I don't like your fucking face. Scorpios, this is a really good week for you. I'm not going to lie. It's a good week. It's a powerful week. You guys are really feeling, I'm going to say 9 feet tall. I almost said 10 foot tall and bulletproof, but I don't think you're quite feeling bulletproof this week because of the evaluation aspect of this. There is going to be a lot of times when you're at home, you're alone, you know, like, and your brain's kind of going through the day and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done this. Like, you're going to be really thinking about a lot of stuff, overthinking a lot of stuff. However, this right here is going to put you right back in your favorite mood. Scorpios be Scorpioing this week. If you really want to know how your zodiac is going to go, Scorpios, if you really want to know how Scorpio's week is going to go, you need to just go and read the stereotypical, this is what a Scorpio is. You guys are living every fucking word of it this week. I'm not going to lie. This is, if I could pick cards for Scorpio, this would be it. Y'all all have this gorgeous, seductive energy. Everybody wants to be around you because they can feel that like kind of emotional power from you. You also have this like little this stoic attitude and everybody loves you and you have the right thing to say every fucking day, every moment this week. And then you also have a healthy dose of fuck you, you fucking fuck. I'm not mad about this. I'm not upset about this. Thank you for being nice, Scorpio. Thank you for being just normal this week. Thank you for being just normal this week, Scorpios. I was really, really worried. I really was worried. It's just a good week for you, Scorpios. It's just a good week. A good, solid week. You're feeling yourself. This is a good week. It's just a good week. Stones for Scorpios. I am going to say pyrite and malachite for you. Pyrite and malachite. Y'all are the dart frog. Y'all are the dart frog. Seductive, smart, and dangerous. Tell me that's not the perfect one. Tell me that's not the perfect one. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius pulled their card out like that. Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. I love you guys. Be nice. Be nice. Okay. I was a little worried. I'm not gonna lie, because the very first card you all pulled out is Deliverance, and this is a destruction deity. She's very powerful, and I thought, oh, fuck, fuck. And then you have Nyx, because apparently everybody has Nyx this evening. But what I find interesting is this one. And Sagittarius's, we're about to have a talk. Because then you have the caretaker of the lost. Sagittarius, you cannot take home all the stray dogs. And you know exactly what I mean. You cannot fix that person, Sagittarius. You can't. A lot of times, I'm going to call you out. A lot of times you Sagittariuses try to fix people because you're trying to fix something in yourself, and you think that you can fix that person and it'll fix whatever's going on in you. So you have this Deliverance card going on. You really have this amazing energy this week, Sagittarius, where you feel like you can do anything. And I firmly believe you can. I do. I firmly believe that you can. You can do it. Let me say this too. If you have a problem that's been plaguing you for a hot minute, maybe you've put it on the back burner because you don't want to deal with it or anything like that. But this is a week to really think about it. This is a week to get it done. Like, this is a week that you actually can make the decision and make the right decision. Okay? This is a good week to tackle that problem. I know that I've been kind of giggling a little bit about all the crazy feral people readings this week that have pulled up the Nyx card, but Nyx is actually a very calculating, very intelligent deity. So Sagittarius, she's also part of the reason I said that tackling that problem, that this is a good week for it, because this is a week where you are seeing everything about it, the good and the bad. You're seeing the things that could happen that are good if you do this, and things that are going to happen are bad if you do this. Like, you're seeing all sides of it, okay? But the thing is, it also makes y'all need, I know some of you are going to get mad when I say this, y'all need somebody to bounce ideas off of. You do. You guys do not like being alone. You are the party. And you can't have a party with just one person, right? You are the party, and you need the peoples, right? You need people. Which is where this comes in. You cannot take all of the strays home. You cannot fix people, Sagittarius, okay? You are a powerful motherfucker this week, and you can get this big problem that's been plaguing you fixed. You can get it done. You can take care of it. It can be done, right? You can fruit ninja that bitch, right? Unless you get sidetracked and you try to fix someone else. Now, I'm not just saying like relationship or friend or whatever. This could literally be something at work. It could be something family-wise. And it's going to drop right in your lap. It's going to drop right in your lap. I want you to remember the game Hot Potato when you were a kid. Hot potato, hot potato. I want you to remember that. Drop that motherfucker on the floor. Fix them next week, not this week, Sagittarius, because this week is a powerful week for you to get some shit done. Not this. This. So when this person, and I want you to notice that she's literally got a spear, right? No, no. This is the only one with wings. Let them wing it somewhere else. Let them move on somewhere else, Sagittarius. Because this is the week that you're going to get some major shit done. A major decision made. Not this, this. No, yes. Party over here. No. Someone called the popos. Good party, bad party. Okay, just saying, Sagittarius, okay? It's a good, powerful week, but you're gonna draw some of these people to you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Third yawn. All right. Stones for Sagittarius. I'm actually going to say turquoise. Turquoise and onyx. Those two look good together too. Turquoise and onyx. Y'all are the macaw. Y'all are the macaw. Whatever color macaw you would like, but y'all are the macaw. I can't think of a better bird. That actually sums up Sagittarius right there. Beautiful, loud, life of the party. You can't miss them, and they will bite your finger off. Come on, that's funny. Laugh. All right, guys. I love you. This has been... I don't know. This has been an interesting evening. I'm going to go downstairs and eat whatever amazing thing my kid has cooked because I'm glad that y'all can't smell it because it smells fucking fantastic. Like when you walk into a restaurant and you weren't really hungry, but now you could probably eat everything on the menu because the smell. Yeah, that's what my kid is cooking. I don't know what it is, but it smells fucking fantastic. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go watch an episode of Peaky Blinders and then I'm going to go to bed. That's going to be my night. It's going to be great. I love you guys. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow. And y'all have a great, great, great evening. I love you, YouTube. You are the last one tonight. Usually I end YouTube first and then I talk to TikTok for just a minute, but